Well, how's everybody doing? Been having some people ask me about the shifter in this thing like quite a bit. It's pretty simple. You wire up the transmission to be in 4th gear all the time, and you run one switch to control a solenoid where you can put it in first. If the transmission's in 4th gear, you can manually control it in every gear, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. But you can pull it down in first. You won't have first unless that switch engages. Very, very simple. Whatever gear you put it in is what gear it's in. You never have to touch any switches while you're driving. You just shift it manually. And it's easy and it works. And the only switch you have to touch while you're driving is for the lock-up torque converter. And you don't need that unless you're on the highway cruising. It's like I said, it's pretty simple stuff. But the way I got this set up, when you bring it down in 1st gear, it hits that micro switch. So that's 1st gear wired to the transmission, 4th gear wired to the transmission, but you're in manual mode. You know, it couldn't be any simpler. Like I said, wire the transmission for 4th gear and run one switch to turn on a solenoid to get it into 1st. That's all you need. Very, very simple. You need one switch that just activates whenever it goes into 1st gear, whenever the shifter goes into gear. And like I said, you don't have to mess with any of that while you're driving. You just drive it normally. So yeah, it couldn't be any easier. I mean, I don't know why everybody keeps asking me questions like, will it engine brake? Yes, it will engine brake in every gear. You can downshift it, you can upshift it. Like I said, whatever gear you put it in, that's what gear it's going to be in. No exceptions. That's it. So you can either spend like 20 bucks on a couple of switches, or you can spend, $1,000 on that. The MSD Atomic TCM, which that has failed on me. It comes with this little controller screen, and you buy the wiring harness separate, and then you gotta have a remote TPS, which you see I ain't running any TPS sensor on here at all. There is nothing hooked up to that transmission except for those two switches, one for lockout, one for 1st gear. That's all you need. There's a power wire with a 10 amp fuse and a ground. I mean, it's so simple. So yeah, that's enough of that. Well, this thing is dirty. Apparently I got a cat that's getting in here and trampling itself all over here. That's irritating like real bad. I don't like getting this thing all dirty, especially when it's been on my air cleaner. That pisses me off a little bit. So anyway, there's your video of that. And I think I'm going to fire this thing up and let it run a minute. I ain't had it started in probably over a month. So I'll see y'all in the next video.